alone and unpowered, and he's just going to get on right out of here. Now, basically what I think HerO needs to do, he needs to get safe, he needs to get up his third, he needs to get Colossus and High Templar. He does have the High Templar, of course, but he does not have Psystorm, and he really needs that Psystorm to take care of this, and he is going to finally end up taking up that Starport. Of course, Puma does have the Ghost. Now, the feedbacks are going to be really effective against the Ghost, and then that's even taking out this one stray Ghost that was targeted over here. Going to be chopping that guy up into bits. Ghosts make really loud noises when they die. Of course, there are a lot of Marauders out, not so many Stalkers from Puma. Looks like Xyle is going to log on. Goodbye, Xyle. Looks like he's going to have to morph these into Archons to sort of tank some of this damage, even morphing these into Archons too. Getting a lot of Zealot Sentry, but it looks like... Sorry, it's still unpowered. Let's see how long. It's been 15 minutes so far. This target is still unpowered. Let's focus in on Puma's army, though. Very interesting. He does have +1. A lot of Marauders which are very, very good against all Protoss units, basically. And it's getting this +1 infantry armor. He does have a lot of racks, which are going to be producing a lot of Marauders and a lot of Marines. He does have his completely saturated at his expansion bin, and he is about to gear up and take his gold base, which actually could be the end for HerO, rather. I gotta train myself to not say, I gotta say their names correctly. Right now, HerO really needs an expansion, which it seems like he is gearing up to do, as he does have 500 medals. He really needs that gold, because if Puma is gearing up to take his gold base, finally killing the Starport, hooray! If Puma is gearing up to take a gold base, that's going to be really hard for HerO to recover from if he doesn't deny it. You know, if Puma gets that fully mining, then it's going to be really difficult, because gold bases are just so good. I mean, some gold bases have even been taken out. Like I know the one on Antigua Shipyard was taken out for GSL plays. That was just too good. If that got mining, looks like HerO is not going to take his third base yet. This is very interesting, as I believe he is completely safe too. I mean, his RB does seem fairly good. I mean, if the there he goes, finally taking it. This is a sort of army that's going to be good in these chokes, because, you know, if Puma decides to move in, this army is going to be really good to just come in and engage it right there, although it is substantially smaller, as Puma does have a huge supply lead. Maybe not so much huge, as the warp-in just did occur. It looks like he's just going to stem these first two units forward. He's going to deny the third. He's going to force a cancel on it, of course. This army is just far too large for HerO to sort of deal with right now, with all those medevacs in there. So many medevacs completely healing everything that's all the damage that's being dealt. I think what HerO needs to do is he needs to take this gold base, as a gold base is being floated over for our Terran player. We're not be surprised to see an SCV transfer from the main base. A huge army. If we check out the unit counting station, we do see they're about even on drones. However, we do see a significant army advantage in the Marines, as HerO has no Marines, and their Terran has 40 of them, which is absolutely a huge number. And Marines do a lot of damage, especially to Archons, as they are just so good in the DPS. However, Zealots and Colossus do a lot of damage to Marines. However, the Marauders are there basically just to negate that, and of course, a big push coming in, about to deny the third again. If HerO can't do anything about it, I mean, HerO's going to have to... No, HerO's going to pull back, realizing I can't really do much about this army right now. He's going to deny that third again. This is absolutely huge. At this point, I even recommend taking this third or something, just because Puma is absolutely just wrecking HerO right now. I mean, in the sense that he's just not letting... He's not even moving back at this point. He's just going to stay here, just going to get... He's just going to be really brazen with his army composition. Finally getting that factory on fire. This factory is the new Starport that was over here. Now that Puma has his gold base mining, and it's his third and his gold base, basically, HerO is going to fall farther and farther behind us. Basically, he needs to go all in or get his third up, one or the other. Now he's basically getting in position to sort of defend his third at all costs. Because if that third keeps getting denied, it's going to be GG for HerO. He really needs that money, and Puma's just in really great position. I think he might even be in position to sort of take HerO out. You know, he does go for the scan, and he is making a push right now. No, he is going to pull back. So this might give Psystorm the opportunity to finish, and Psystorm, of course, would be so good against this big clump of units, even the lone SCV in here. Now we check out the unit counting station. Looks like a small drop from, or rather, warp-in of Zealots is here. Looks like one Zealot also here to make sure Puma doesn't expand. Now, does HerO even know that Puma has his base? Looks like, no, he doesn't. He does notice, though, that his base is under attack, and if he gets denied by this lone Marine, that would just be embarrassing. Looks like he's not even really doing anything about it. He's just going to leave this Marine here. Now the larger force comes in, and he's going to be forced to cancel this as soon as he sees this many. But however, Psystorm will be done soon, and really good Psystorms would be excellent. He just repaired that factory and sent it back in. That is how much money Puma has. He can just afford to do stuff like that. Getting this pylon down here. I think he's really gearing up to take it for serious this time. However, a large force is going to move in and deny it once again, forcing him to cancel. It's so close to being finished, but no, he's just not going to let it finish. And it looks like HerO's just not really feeling confident to take on this large force. I mean, there are a lot of Vikings, there are a lot of Marauders, there are a lot of Marines, and it looks like he just does not feel comfortable. Looks like he is going to send a Zealot, basically Puma sending SCVs to check that he doesn't have a base somewhere else, which he actually might do. I think he's even gearing up to take this as his base, as the factory. He's just here to make sure no funny business is going on. Looks like the Vikings. He does have a lot of Vikings out. If we check out the upgrades, he is 1-1, whilst Puma is 2-3, actually, which means he does have a hefty upgrade advantage, but, of course, HerO is getting that right now. Looks like even taking out Observers, being really brazen with it, looks like Puma can just sort of do what he wants since he just has such an advantage. However, one sort of misstep from Puma, and that could be sort of it, as those Colossus are there, the Psystorm is done, he does have Archons and a lot of Zealots. Excuse me very much. I just said excuse me very much, which makes no sense, but I'm so focused on this game of StarCraft that I can't even say stuff that makes sense. Regardless of that, it looks like with some good force fields and some good Zealot placement, he could do a lot of damage. I mean, it looks like HerO is being very tentative, and here comes, this might be actually a really big push with those Colossus and Archons with some good Psystorms with a lot of good tech. It looks like he will deny that third once more, just in such a tough position right now. And no, he will not engage, he will fall back into the base. Wait for his upgrades to finish his. He does have 2-3, and his 3-3 is on the way as his 3 armor is about to finish. Looks like he will probably blink back. Does he have blink? He actually does not have blink, so he will not be able to blink back because he does not have blink. But man, Puma has had that base mining for so long, whiffing on those storms. Man, those storms are really what's necessary right now. I mean, even cloaking in Ghost as he realizes, you know, he does have the Observer at the main base, but it looks like snipes are going down on a lot of the units, on a lot of the high Templar. Storms going down are so big on those Vikings, doing a lot of damage to almost all the Vikings, but will it be enough, as the Vikings are going to be so good against the Colossus, and the Storms are just what they needed. Coming in and sniping one of the Colossus, no, actually getting taken out, one of them getting taken out. I thought they were taking out the rocks for a second, but no, in fact, they were just taking out that pylon. Puma is not that manner of a player. He will not help HerO take his gold base. It looks like, wow, this is such a big army. Finally an engagement coming in. No, I almost gasped, and it really looks like he tried to go for the Psystorm, but he was immediately EMP'd and then sniped. Absolutely amazing play, as these Ghosts are just not letting those High Templar do anything, really. Puma basically, HerO rather, basically needs to do something fast. His main base is definitely mined out. I have new check, but it is mined out. And over here is getting mined out, so he basically needs to go all in. Is that what he's going to do? Big Psystorm going off on the... And he even has Ghost on his medevacs right now. Taking out one more Ghost too. Ghost yelling and screaming as blood sprays out of his head, because that's perfectly normal. Is 3-3 done? 3-3 is almost done, and basically he's splitting up his army. He's going to go for it. No, it looks like EMP is going off, even sniping this. Looks like he needs to get the Psystorms going off, and he does, but I don't know. Puma is just too good of a player. He has too much stuff, and it looks like his army is so split up. His Stalkers are over here, Zealots are over here. He's finally going to engage, but oh man, HerO's just too split up. I don't think he's going to have anything to do with this, and it looks like Micro from Puma, just a little bit of Micro, is going to absolutely wreck what HerO had. And that is it. I don't really see this winning. And there's the GG. Man, HerO was just not on his A game this map. He kept letting that third get denied, and that was sort of the end of him. That does mean, of course, whoa, excuse me, let's just focus back in on here, as the Colossus does crumble into nothingness, that, of course, Puma is our NASL Season 2 champion, and I'm giving a round of applause for him back at home. And I hope you guys are too, because that was absolutely phenomenal play for him, and I definitely hope we see more of him in future tournaments. So thanks for watching it with me, guys, and I hope you subscribe and tune in for more.